Okay, all right. Welcome to the Special Finance Committee meeting. We will call this meeting to order at 4:30 p.m. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call. Both directors are present. Moving on to approval of the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda?
No changes.
All right.
I'll motion to move the agenda.
All right, I will second. So agenda approved. Moving on to public comment. There are no members of the public in person or online. So we will move on to item 3, approval of the minutes. And I will motion to approve the minutes.
I'll second.
All right, minutes approved. Moving on to number 4, review of committee roles and responsibilities. Anything that you see needed to be changed from last time?
I looked through everything and it looks fine to me, so I will move the item for a review of committee roles and responsibilities.
Thank you. I will second. So we move on to agenda item number 5, review of audit report.
Yeah, good afternoon. We have, I believe he's online. Chris Brown, I believe. I can't see the screen, but Chris Brown's online. And he'll provide an update or just a review of the changes made to the audit. So with that, Chris Brown, the stage is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, as stated, basically, we had the Finance Committee meeting prior to the year end, and after that date, we learned a little bit more information, which necessitated, per GASB 62, which basically codifies reporting requirements, an additional item in the financial statements. It's on page 64 of the actual financial statement itself. It's not an agenda page. It's the actual financial statement page. I'll give you a chance to find that. There you go. There you go. Okay, so essentially, it's a very simple note. There again, we're just coming to you since the Finance Committee already approved to move forward. There was a change. We want to go back to you and say, okay, here's this new thing. We just want you to be comfortable with it before we go to final next week. But basically, it just lays out in a very simple way that the district was made aware of potential litigation, that the district was trying to assess the situation, working with legal counsel. As far as coverage, it is believed per conversations with management that insurance will cover it. It also notates an approximate amount, potential, and it also notes that that might not be the case either way. It essentially says because the information is fairly vague at this point, that a reasonable measurement or an outcome can't be determined at this point, so the district has not recorded a liability, which makes sense in our case. So it's really pretty straightforward situation. We run across these all the time. Whenever there's something going on out there, you put it in the financial statements just to make people aware that something came up, it's being dealt with. That is pretty much it. That's the only change that has been made. Let me just kind of backtrack just a little bit, and then we can address this if you wish. But kind of going back to the last meeting, which I thought went really well, that the audit went well, and we're providing an unmodified opinion, and we identified no material weaknesses. So what you see here is the only amendment to the prior copy that you saw. And that's really all my report. I just want you to be aware of it as we move forward.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Since I wasn't here for the last finance committee meeting, anything that jumps out at you or?
I mean, we touched on it a little bit at the last meeting. I guess I have the one question, is this a recent Gatsby addition or has it always been in Gatsby?
Gatsby 62, gosh, I don't remember what year. It's been around for a while. What it was a kind of a codification of a whole bunch of different rules, regulations from GASB, FASB, and ASU, kind of pulling them all together. And it isn't specific to this situation. It has to do with a whole lot of different things. One second. Let me see if I can pull this up. Bear with me just one moment. But to answer your question, no. So basically what it, or at least how it applies here, it has to do with loss contingencies, certain revenue expense recognition, capitalized interest. So you can see that it's a very broad GASB. It deals with a lot of these different reporting issues that were just kind of hanging out there in limbo, and it was codified. So, but this is definitely under GASB 62.
All right, thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. No, I don't have any questions or anything. I appreciate whatever happened at the last finance committee meeting that you guys made sure that this was included in the audit. Appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So with that, we will move on to item 6, review of disbursements.
I'll hand this off to David Nolan if there's any questions.
Okay.
That you have on the disbursements.
I have no questions on review of disbursements.
No questions.
That is wonderful.
Just waiting patiently. All right. Sorry, it's been a while since I've been on the finance committee. There's no approval on that, right? We're just reviewing with questions.
That's right.
All right, thank you. All right, so we will move on to item 7, review of quarterly financials.
Mr. Nolan. Thank you, George. The board, if you've had a chance to look over this, most all line items are tracking very close to budget. So there's not much. There is some savings, I guess, to point out in the salaries and benefits section. But other than that, everything seems to be tracking really close to the budgeted numbers. So
So in disaster reserves, it looks like we have 4.8 million.
yes,
And do we plan on taking the 250 for the problem we just had out of that for now? And get reimbursed?
yes. So that isn't on the agenda for the next board meeting.
Yep.
The conversation regarding that. Yes.
I would be in support of that. Thank you.
Question. All right, thank you. All right, so we will move on to item 8, review of solar credits and expenses.
Mr. Nolan. Solar credits. So we're looking at page 171 of the packet. And for these, we have the information through the first reporting quarter. So through September of 2025, we're showing credits of 146,000. So in total, on the next page in 173, we're still showing that we have a net savings of, I just went blue, $188,000 for the total.
Anything?
No questions. Good to see we have a savings.
Okay. Nope, no questions. Thank you. So we will move on to item 9, review of quarterly investment report.
Again, thanks to the board for allowing us to, I guess, go out and put the money into different places instead of one thing. So overall, I think we are right around 4% for all of the funds of the district is receiving, and a lot of things are now we have locked in for many years out. So any questions on any of these items?
I just want to say thank you for doing such a great job there. It looks like they're doing really well. Especially with all the limitations you have being a public agency, you're doing well.
Thank you.
I agree. And on the 2 CDs that look like they're coming to mature in November of this year, are they just on an automatic rollover?
It's not automatic.
Okay.
If the funds are needed for the project, I do monitor that because we do have probably half the funds, 6 million or so, sitting in the short-term California class investments. So if we're still okay with that, then I look at what's kind of the best investment, the 3, 4, or 5 year options when they come up.
Okay.
We had talked about doing a cash flow for the project out there, so you guys, where you have an idea of when the money's coming out. Have we worked on that yet? I don't know.
I believe it's in the work. Jen was working on it. I know the cash flow wise, the loan proceeds, that $6 million will be spent first, kind of in conjunction with the $2 million grant. So that $8 million is going to go first before we start touching any of the other funds.
It would just be good to see where that is compared to the CD expiration dates and all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
and that's why we keep half of it in the short term stuff to fund stuff like that.
Good. Thank you.
So the cash flow that you're requesting, that will help us keep on track with that so that we don't have stuff that we need to pull out in an emergency. We have it available.
Right. That's
Okay.
what I was looking for. Yeah.
Great, thank you. All right, moving on to number 10, committee comments. Anything additional?
Nothing from me.
Yep, me neither. So item 11, review of action items. Were there any prior meeting action items?
All prior meeting action items have been completed.
All right, and current meeting?
I have just noted the cash flow coming back with that board item.
Okay, thank you. And then item 12, setting agenda for next regular meeting, April 21st.
Do you want to?
I believe the next
Go ahead.
April 21st. So the next meeting I'm showing for the finance will be the special workshop on April 4th. No, that's a board workshop. Sorry.
Yeah, April 7th, right, is the special finance committee meeting?
Yes.
Okay, I thought maybe it was a typo, but I just
Let's
was. Okay. So yeah, it's in there, right? April 7th.
Yes.
Perfect.
So there is some scheduling conflict with Mr. Fish. And so David felt maybe that meeting was not necessarily needed. The April 21st meeting?
Oh, the April 21st.
Yeah, not the other one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we'll be doing the April 7th and then we have another one scheduled on May 5th. So the April 24th, we could push whatever is needed there to April 5th, which will probably be the Q1 financials and all that.
I have to check, but I may be out of town May 5th. I think I'm coming back to 3rd, but I'll check for sure.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so April 7th is the next one. Don't do April 21st, and then we will check on May 5th. Perfect. All right. All right, well, with nothing else before the board, we will adjourn at 4:45 p.m. Thank you.